Like, where's the form review mic? I fucking forgot to hit the fucking button. All right, let's go. Let's get in here. Lateral raise. I thought we reviewed this last time. This looks pretty damn good. Again, things I'm looking for, this to be hand height and then nice slow control tempo on the way down. We're coming more out to the side as opposed to the front. And we want that stretch right there at the bottom. Good.
Anthony, I think you scrolled up like 2 weeks, didn't you?
Did I? There you go. I'm all over the place today. Let's get into Mark Kelvin. Actually, didn't he send this in late last time too? How we reviewed this one.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's so cool. Let's watch it again.
Let's watch it again. Yeah, this is the one we talked about getting your hips a little bit looser. Yep. I think we watched Steve here too. Okay. Yep. This is where we left off. Overhead tricep extension with the rope. So here we're looking to keep the elbows in as we go up. We want to force the elbows in. Bro, all these look good. There's really not much I would change. Maybe half a second slower on the way down so the weight just doesn't come crashing down. Yep. And we don't need to be so aggressive at the top. That might just cause a little extra elbow strain right there. So just you don't even have to fully extend. You can just go like about here, go all the way down, especially David with you and your elbow. We don't need to be so torquey at the top. There you go. There's David. David, just in time. So I was just on these, David. See how you're like almost exploding at the top right there. You're just putting maybe a little bit too much unneeded tension on your elbows and strain. Because especially for you, because I know we got elbows, a little concern. And then on the way down, just go a little bit slower. And then just force the elbows in. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay, cool. Otherwise, good. I see your dog decided to join us today.
Oh yeah.
Good. Okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah, glute something. These are the hyper extensions. So can you move this pad down a little bit? Think you can. Can't see the pin here. But
Yeah.
maybe bring it down just a little bit so your hips are a little bit over the top of it so we get a little more glute stretch.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you're coming up I wouldn't go up any higher than this. This is good. And then you can keep your chest down as you are there.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then as you come up, pull yourself with your glutes, not your back. So squeeze your glutes as you're pulling up. And then with your feet, I can't see your feet, but try to get a little bit of a V, like a toes pointed out, and then a little bit of a knee bend. So you're not like overly straining your hamstring. Like instead of locking your knees, get a little bit of a bend. So I know some people say that it's like uncomfortable on their knees here. Get a little slight knee bend.
Sounds good.
Otherwise, good. Was this the first time we were doing it? Forget.
I think that was the second time.
You could probably go heavier.
Okay.
Anything specific you want me to look on these?
Nothing specific, just first time I'm doing them.
Okay. How'd they feel?
They feel okay, so I think they feel better if I actively activate my whole shoulder.
We activate your whole shoulder. What do you mean by that?
So like sometimes with these and even with regular ones, like it'll feel a little bit of a almost like a pinch in the back shoulder. But then if I kind of roll and then like actively make the point of flexing my whole upper body, I guess it like pulls everything together or something and then it feels better.
Okay.
Also when I was doing these, I think I had the elbow thing, so I was being a little careful. So
Yeah, these are better to do with some wrist cuffs. It removes the forearm or anything like that. You can get some on Amazon for like $10. Worth it. I
sounds
can't
good.
see where this is set up, but is that set up to about hand height?
You have it at the bottom.
Put it hand height. So like walk up to the cable, put your hand down wherever your hand is, raise it up to there.
Okay.
Otherwise, they look pretty good. Because when that it's gonna be at hand height, it's gonna force your arms to come across, and that's gonna cause stretch right here.
That makes sense. Right.
Tempo is really good though. And then I can't see how you are relative to the stack, but make sure you're perpendicular to it. So like stacks here face away horizontally, not like can't tell exactly how you're leaning in versus out.
Okay.
Table chat. Chest is starting to fill out, by the way. Did you notice it?
Yeah, especially on the top.
Yep. The shelf, building shelf. The man shelf.
Oh yeah.
The woman shelf's the booty.
Huh.
The glutes. These look really good. These felt okay on the elbow.
Yeah. Yeah, these are
That's a good stretch right there. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. You probably could push more weight, but week 2, all good. We'll get there. These are the flexion rows.
yeah, I think that's what they're called.
Is the weight going all the way back right here? Like you can't go any farther?
Yeah.
Okay. They felt okay?
Yeah, these are great. Love these. They're my new favorite.
Yeah, they look good. You probably could push more. Oh, you're still okay, cool. You're still going. Good, perfect.
Yeah, this day I forgot my wrist wrap or like Versa grips. So I had to get my hand a break.
They look good. I wish you could be farther away from the stack so you can go all the way back, but just you're can't do it. Can't do it. All right. I'm waiting for the horse noises.
No, I didn't put the video.
That right there looks painful in the good way. How'd it feel?
Yeah, they hurt a lot. I honestly didn't think they were
Hurt,
gonna hurt that much.
hurt so good.
Yeah, it was good. But I wanted to ask you about my front leg. Is that good? Like my knee does not come forward past my toes, but I didn't know if you want it like 90-degree exactly or if that's good.
This looks pretty good. We want to do these more so to hit the glutes. The reason we
Okay.
elevate is you can go deeper now with this leg, and it's gonna force you to bend over more. And the more we bend, the more right here, activation stretch we get in our glute. That's the reason we elevate. You felt this mostly in your glutes? A little bit of your quad?
Yes, both.
Yeah, it will hit your quad too.
Yeah. I honestly, I thought they look easy because I know the what is the Bulgarian split squat? Those hurt a lot too, but
Yeah.
those you have, you know, your foot elevated in the back versus this one in the front. I was like, oh, this will be easier. No.
Yeah, the Bulgarians are gonna target your quads a little bit more. This one targets your glutes a little bit more. I like these better because it's also easier to balance on this versus like having your leg up.
Yes.
But these look really good. You can lock your knee out there if you want, if you feel comfortable doing so. Not a huge deal if you don't.
You mean the one in the back or
The front,
the front? Okay.
fully lock out. If it feels okay. But otherwise they are good. And if you it hurt so good, even better.
Yes, thank you.
Inclined sideline lateral raises. I didn't feel the exercise. I don't know if it's due to wrong form or the weight is too light. Yeah, so this is something that I'm throwing in there to give you guys more variation. It is a good exercise, but if you're doing it for the first time, it might feel super awkward.
Yes, it did. I was like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I didn't feel like I was doing anything.
So I do a slightly modified version of this. I'm gonna record myself doing it and I'm gonna upload it into the videos. I couldn't find a really, really good explanation, so I'm gonna have to do it myself. How I do
Okay.
it is I actually square my hips up, like I sit on the bench like I'm about to just press, but then I kind of just lean over to the side, so I rotate my torso. I find it to be a little bit more comfortable. I don't love this setup, but I can create a video and give a better explanation. I can do better.
Yeah. That
I
would be great. I'll be looking for that because I know that I mean, I thought about like just sitting like sideways,
Yep.
you know, but I was trying to match the video and yeah.
Yeah, like you could even put this lower, like almost
Okay.
lying down. Like let's say if I drew a line like right here, you probably could put the bench there. The whole point is to have more tension in the bottom when the dumbbell's hanging over, similar to like the cable lateral raise, you know how it comes across and tension's at the bottom. That's the same concept with the dumbbell. Because the most tension is when the dumbbell's at the bottom here, if you're just hanging over the side. Because like on a dumbbell lateral raise, if you're standing up there's no tension in your shoulders at the bottom. They're just hanging there.
Yeah.
We'll work on it. So for next time, it should feel better next time just because it's the second time you're doing the exercise, but lower the bench a little bit. And you can even try rotating your hips to be like you're bench pressing and then just lean over to the side.
Okay. And then when the hand comes up, I always ask myself, I know you did a video about that too. When my hand comes up, should I just come up like that, thumbs up, or pinkies up?
For this one, more so pinkies up. So like
Pinky.
you're tipping the jug over.
Okay.
It could make a huge difference, but it could help you get a little more activation. If you're just thumbs up, it might be more of your front delt versus down. It's gonna be more of the side. We want more of the side here.
Okay. Perfect.
Tempo is good though.
Thank you.
Low incline. Look at that arch. Fuck yeah, this is good. This is what we want. Chest up. Chest exposed to the ceiling. Good. Yep. And see how as you're going down, your chest starts to elevate, starts to come up a little bit. That's what we want. Beautiful. It's like you actually show up the form review.
And then the only question with this one, my height is good. My bench is on like the third pin or hold in there. Is
Yeah,
that good or lower?
that's good.
Okay.
Just keep that consistent. If you just remember, like you maybe make a comment or something like third hole.
Yeah.
People have different benches. This is a good bench. Some people only have like 3 holes, like 90,
No, I know.
5, and flat.
Yeah, they have this one is the skinniest, like the pad is actually the skinniest one, and they have another one that is like wider, and I don't like that one because I can't really stretch. It
Yep.
stopped me right there.
I
But
know.
this one, it's
Yep, this one's better. The thick, you're talking about the thick bench where you're like scaffold.
yes,
Yep, I know.
not for bigger people.
I still hate it. I still hate it. Everything else looks fucking, I mean, overall, this is like textbook. Good, very good.
Oh, thanks.
Perfect. Reverse fly. Holy range of motion. You can experiment not gripping these handles at all, Jen, and just like this, just like push away with this part of your hand, like that.
Okay. Yeah,
Might,
what I felt it in my wrist a little bit.
yeah, it might help with feeling it more in your rear delt if you just
Okay.
tempo looks good, range of motion looks really good. Do you like these? Or
Yeah.
would you rather the single arm?
Um, I tend to like the single arm because I can focus more. I just feel like I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. What do you think?
I do both. I switch them up. Sometimes with single arm, sometimes I'll do this variation.
Would I would I do the same machine, just one at a time?
Yeah, so there is a single arm one of me doing it in there. It would be
Mhm.
pretty much same machine, but you sit facing away, like sideways off the bench,
Mhm.
and then you'd come across and like face away, and you'd come like this. So
Okay.
I can show you that. I think for you to save time, I didn't do the single arm because you got to do one arm and then do the other arm, right? So
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a trade-off between the two. The single arm is a little bit better, but it just takes more time.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I get more focus on the muscle when I do one arm at a time.
We'll do single arm then.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's good.
Okay. Thank you.
Low incline.
See if I look as good as Carolina. She set the bar pretty high.
She did. A little bit of arch, perfect. Some people, it hurts for them to get an arch. So if that's for you the case, no big deal.
It doesn't.
That's a good degree here.
Okay.
You tuck your scaps in right there.
Yeah.
Good. At the bottom, just don't rest it on you. I can't tell if you actually are, but like,
I'm just tapping.
okay, just tap. Good. Don't let it just like chill at the bottom. You want that tension at the bottom.
Okay.
Tempo looks really good. Range of motion looks really good. You brought the scaps in. Yeah. We could have pushed another, but I know we're still like early in the program, so all good. Good.
Okay. Gracias.
All right, Mo. So this video of dumbbell row, as I was telling Coach, a lot of people have different opinions of how the form should be. Yeah. Everyone's got an opinion. So Mo, for these, I would just bend over a little bit more. I like the sweeping motion, how you're bringing the dumbbell out in front of you and you're coming to your hip, but we could just bend a little bit more. And I know you're still easing into it after your surgery. That's good right there. I like where you're pulling and how you're pulling. We could just bend a little bit more. Yeah. If we bend, it's gonna change a few things for us. You're gonna get a little bit more of your lat activated if you bend over. So for you, that's just focus on that same motion, but when you bend, it's gonna force the dumbbell to come just a lot more smoother as opposed to kind of looking like it's just swinging up and down. Okay. Just in case, let's bend more on the dumbbell row. All right, glute stiff RDLs. Feels my hamstring and lower back. Any tips be perfect? First time doing this variation of RDL. Is it really the first time we're doing this with you? See how you're bringing your chest down at the very bottom? Then you just left. Are you back?
Sorry. Um, somebody called me and my Zoom went away.
How
Yeah,
selfish of them.
this is the first time ever I do stiff leg. I call it the sitting in a chair RDLs.
Mhm.
So it was hard for me to picture not bending my knees as much. So it was kind of hard.
Everything's perfect up until about here. See, right there, you start like putting your chest down, almost like a crunch.
Mm-hmm.
You're creating space in your back when you're crunching like that. So you want to
Yeah.
have your chest up. Everything was perfect literally up until then, and that's where you're probably going to feel it in your lower back.
So I felt the stretch, I felt it like exactly where when the dumbbell touched my knees. So should I stop there? For a regular
I
RDL, I stop like a little below my knee. For this one, like I really have to push down my back.
I would probably stop about right here
Okay.
because after this, you start to round. Your back starts to round right there. A lot of that is also because you're bringing your chest down versus if as you're going, riding your legs down with the dumbbells, you're keeping your chest up.
Okay.
It'll make a little bit of a difference there. But that's probably where you're starting to feel it in your back. You will still feel it in your back at the end of the day, though. But the goal,
Okay.
more glute, more hamstring than back.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I was sick the day after, but I was so sore. Like up until yesterday, I can feel my hamstrings.
It's also new exercises coming at you. They'll, they'll fuck you up.
The
Good.
gym was so cold too that day.
Yeah,
They
you're also in Texas. You're not used to it.
Yeah, well, they didn't have the heater on, so it was like 16 degrees.
It's like an apocalypse when it's cold in Texas. So let's make that tweak.
And this is my last one.
We are open. You can't move this pin, right?
Mm-mm. I really don't like this machine. They used to have some pads that you could put here, but still it's pretty much the same. I kind of play around with my foot positioning, lower, mid, and I didn't get a stretch at all. Um, yeah, so I mean, they have other machines. I don't know if there's anything else that you'll like to
Is there other machines like this?
Um, well, they have because I wanted to ask you because this is my glute day focus.
Mhm.
They have the pendulum squat. I thought the pendulum was more for your quads. And then they have the standing squat machine that you can actually turn the opposite direction forward or I don't
Pendulum,
know.
pendulum's pretty good. At the end of the day, it's supposed to be quad focus, but it's still gonna hit your glutes. We could swap for the pendulum. Do you have a belt squat?
Belt.
Yeah, it's a belt squat machine. So it's like
Oh yes, the one that you put the belt and just like the thing hangs underneath.
yeah, that one I like for you over the others on that day.
Okay, yes, they do have that one.
Can you just remind me in Trainer Eyes? Send me a message.
Yes. Yeah,
And
this was all quads and my knees were involved.
yeah, the range of motion is not great. Everything's like good. It's just that pin stops us. So let's just scrap it and do the belt squat. Jen, also, can you send me a message in Trainer Eyes with the single arm reverse before I forget? Thank you. If
Yes, I can. I'll do it right now.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Steve, high bar. We're working on depth here, Steve. All right, Steve. I know we had knee surgeries. We're working on it. I think we gotta take some weight off again. This is way better than what we had, but let's build you from the ground up even more. Force your knees out. Your knees want to come in here. Really exaggerate pushing your knees out. It's 90, like it's definitely acceptable squat depth. Acceptable. What does that even mean? But it's good squat depth. I think we can do better. So I'm just gonna ask you Steve. Can you go lower with just the bar? So if you can go lower with just the bar, that means we need to take some weight off. If that's as low as you can go with just the bar, then your depth is perfect. And I'm gonna fuck off. Yeah, it's definitely better than what we talked about. Let's see if we can let's go deeper. Why not? All right, Luis. Loading. It broke. Anyone want to chat about anything while this loads? Okay, we're back. And we're not back.
Okay, so yesterday you said that my name is pronounced differently because Karin calls me differently. It's Carolina. Kind of sounds like Margarita, but
Margarita.
Carolina.
Can
Or
I,
you can call me Carolina.
no, I don't, can I just call you Margarita?
Okay. Only if I can have one a week as part of my program. Just kidding.
You can, yeah.
But it's not recommended.
Just make it a skinny marg. Just make it a skinny marg.
Mm,
Do you know how to make one of those?
No, I usually just go somewhere and ask for the margarita.
Yeah, and so they can make you skinny marg at anywhere you go to. I think the triple deck is a killer there.
Coach, sorry, I just step into the restroom at the restaurant. I'm with a customer. On my videos, I just want to make sure the form is good. I gotta go, but I know you guys are recording. That's all I'm asking is the form is good. And if I have the tempo.
Depth, Luis. We can go deeper.
Knees are actually touching my chest, but okay, I try.
Yep, so to avoid that, get a little bit of a wider stance, put your feet out, point your toes, and let your knees come on the outside of your rib cage.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
Otherwise, I think everything's good. The tempo looks good. Just be careful locking out so aggressively at the top.
Okay.
Yep, so for you, depth on that one, and maybe slow down a little bit, not so aggressive at the top.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, appreciate you.
Yes, bye.
I love the commitment. Good. I like that we're not gripping. We're just cupping. It's good. Let's hold that painful stretch right there for like half a second. Feel the pain. Good. As you're coming up, I want you to exaggerate pushing your chest to the ceiling, right? So you're coming up like this instead of hunching over. Not that you're doing that, but for others, as you're flying, I want you to exaggerate chest up. If you hunch over like this, you're going to hit more of your front delts, and this is a chest exercise. Everything else looks pretty smooth. I like this. Good range of motion. Just embrace that suck right there. And we're good. Good. I want these dumbbells closer to your legs. Even you can go even on the outside. Ride the outside of your legs. That's good right there, though. That's good. I wouldn't go any farther down than that. They're good. I just want to see the dumbbells closer to your legs. Otherwise, you might have to end up lifting the weight with your back because they're so far out in front of you. Overall, good. Dumbbells closer to body. Good work, Enrique. All right, Mike. What do we got? Yeah, your hips are locked in place this year. They're not really coming up. How'd this feel in your abs? Burn?
It's pretty easy at the beginning, but once I think this set was 20, 21 or 22 reps, I think. Once I got up in the upper teens, it started burning pretty good. By the time I was done, it was pretty tough. On my next set, I didn't record my next set, but on my next set, I tried to stretch up a little bit further, and man, I could I could really feel them then. So
yeah, so ideally, butt a little bit lower, butt down, and then you have a little bit of this curve right here, reverse curve. And that'll give you that stretch.
Okay.
Tempo, everything else looked good. And if you're doing over 20, unless you're maxed out on the stack, let's go a little bit heavier.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Let's go a little bit heavier.
okay, yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
Yep. Luis, you're probably busy now at this point. I'm just gonna, so Luis, we want you to retract your shoulder blades to help you keep your chest up. I'm just worried about you potentially getting some back pain out of this because there's a little bit of rounding going on. So first movement is gonna be butt back, knees back, and then exaggerate chest being up. And if you retract your shoulder blades, that's automatically going to bring your chest up and help you have that nice straight back. And then if you are starting to get back pain, stop the range of motion. Maybe like right here for you. I think that you are riding your legs down with the dumbbells, which is good. Nice and close, nice and tight. Butt back, knees back, chest up, by retracting your shoulder blades. Maybe cut the range of motion a little bit sooner. We should be good. Cool. That was it, I think. Let me refresh just in case someone came through. Nope, that's it. Cool. Anyone have any questions that's not form related?
Yo, coach.
Yo,
It's Rick. I'd sent you something actually in the app when you get to it to look at. Just in chat and in the app itself, Trainers.
okay. Do you
Yeah.
you
So
want
anyways,
you want to do that? You want me to do that after?
you can just letting you know there's something in there for you.
Okay. I was planning on ignoring you for a week, just so you know.
I figured as much. That's why I thought I'd bring it up now. Too busy hitting that follow button.
Did you like that RDL video or the Bulgarian video? That one was an attack on you.
Yeah, and then literally had it scheduled for me that day. That was good. I appreciated that immensely. Yeah, thanks.
You're limited on equipment, man. So I can't be as creative with you. So I just got to give you the misery.
Yeah, no, I appreciated that hotel gym. Yeah, that was fun.
Yep, good. Cool. I'll check it out. Check that out a little bit later.
It's like, let's see how many leg exercises we can give Rick with dumbbells.
How pissed off am I at Rick this week? Let's see.
Yeah, you gave that to me for the first time ever on a deload.
Well, you were in the hotel situation, right? Again, if we're limited with equipment and things we could do, I'm gonna give you the most effective what we can work with. And if it sucks for a little short time, it sucks. Right?
Yeah, I get it. It was one of those hurt so good pains, that's for sure.
Hurts so good, baby. It's all that matters.
But that 1 week was worse than any of the Smith machine split squats. But if you choose to not put that in my next routine, I'd appreciate that one.
I'll think about it. No, I'll ask you. I like feedback from you guys on things that you hate or you want to try. I'm not gonna just automatically say yes at the end of the day, but I want your opinion. And otherwise, you're gonna pull up to the parking lot on your leg day or whatever day it is, and you're gonna be like, "Do I really got to do this shit?" and you're going to contemplate life. So I want you to enjoy working out. Otherwise, that if you don't enjoy it, or I should say, if you do enjoy it, it makes consistency easier. And the most important thing for progress growth is consistency. Showing up 4 out of 4 days on a good program is better than showing up 2 out of 4 days on a perfect program. At the end of the day. Cool. Any other questions?
Understood.
We feeling good? Thursday again. Drinking margaritas this weekend. What are we doing? Nothing crazy? Getting sushi?
Staying on
Always
track.
sushi.
Staying on track. You can stay on track with sushi. I've been getting my sushi. I've been losing weight.
That your 4,000 calorie meal, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, 4,000 usually a day. I save my calories.
Yeah, I'd probably gain 3 pounds.
Well, 3 pounds of bloat. The steps I take each day helps me eat more food at the end. That's why I do it.
Yeah, that's good.
Peace out, Rich. Cool. Good to go.
Yeah, I always tell myself if this was easy, then everybody would be in good shape.
If this was easy, everyone would be jacked and handsome, or jacked and beautiful, or
Yeah.
whatever you call it. There's a reason 95+% of Americans and people are just not healthy. There's a reason. It's easy to not be healthy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Not yet. Cool. No other questions, then we're good to go. If you guys do have questions, as always, shoot me a message and we'll chat more then. Peace out, everyone.
Thanks, Coach.